All right, man, we back. Motor City Sports Talk, we're in the building, and I told you guys I had a special video for the channel, and let's get to it. But don't forget, we on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Reach out to the email. All those links are in the description. If you ever want to reach out, the fastest way to reach out to your boy is email and Twitter. I get those notifications instantly. I don't know what's wrong with my little car mount, but it is what it is. But yeah, we downtown Dearborn, getting back to the city finally. But let's talk about this video I got. It kind of dawned on me, and I don't know why I waited this long to actually even put this together. But I think I understand why Joe Dumars didn't draft Carmelo Anthony. Now you might be like, oh, you on the late freight, blah blah blah. But okay, I'm gonna tell you, okay, and I put this in the description. I did a video on my other channel about it. If you follow my other channel, Goodfellas Sports TV, talk everything outside of sports, music, entertainment, the whole thing. You can check the Patreon out, all those links in that description. Any video you get over there. And I was listening to Chauncey, and I put this source in the description. Sirius XM NBA. He did an interview, and he said Melo cares too much about scoring 30. He said it was nights where we would lose and he scored 30, he would be happy, uplifting guys. He nights we would win, he would score 20, 22, and he'd be down because he didn't get 30. And he's never really bought into the team aspect of things now that he's no longer that prime Melo. Let that sizzle in your spirit in my country Wayne voice. Now, I was listening to that, and I did that video last night before I went to bed. And it kind of dawned on me. I said, shit, I get it now. I'm not saying Darko was the correct pick. Obviously, Dwayne Wade was the pick. The reason Chris Bosh they didn't draft Chris Bosh over Darko, because Chris Bosh didn't want to be here. He was going to be here for 3, 4, whatever years, his contract, 4 or 5 years, and leave. Same thing in Toronto. He didn't want to be here. And I don't think we care if we didn't have Chris Bosh or not. I don't give a shit. But it dawned on me when he said Melo still hasn't bought into being a team player just to survive in the NBA. Let that sizzle in your spirit. So, if he on his last leg, okay, basically you in California, you got 2 strikes. 3rd strike, you going to jail for life. I think that's the law out there, right? You got 2 strikes. And you still not willing to go out and try to be a law-abiding citizen in your community, right? Then, if your life is online, you throw your life away, you still not willing to buy in. Carmelo was never willing to buy in of the team aspect of being a Detroit Piston at the time. We would have Chauncey, Rip, Tayshaun, Sheed, and Ben Wallace. He was never willing to do what the team needed. It may have been, hey, they might have asked him in the interview process, hey, Melo, could you come off the bench? And we'll start Tayshaun, but you know, and maybe Melo like, no, nigga, I'm a superstar. And that's his attitude. Even on his last leg in the NBA, even on his last leg, Carmelo Anthony still neglects to buy in to being a team player. Chauncey said, Melo hasn't really accepted going against second stringers and playing defense and buying in and committed to, doing the little things. And if he don't have that mindset as a whatever 12, 15-year vet, 16, 17-year vet that can't get a job nowhere else, and somebody say, we just need you to come in and play that role. That's Stephon Marbury-itis. That's Allen Iverson-itis. Stephon Marbury might be a little bit too old for a lot of people. Check my other channel. I'm gonna do the KG Stephon Marbury beef video. I think it's time that this generation know what happened between them. You talking about Kobe, Shaq, Westbrook, KD? That was the original beef. That was the original beef. They were supposed to win ships together, but somebody didn't want to be second fiddle. Somebody thought they was Jordan, and somebody else didn't want to be Pippen and play their position, but that's not for this video. So my point is this. If Carmelo didn't want to buy in, and he on his last leg in the NBA, as a rookie, he never wanted to buy in. And I would love to get Joe Dumars on the horn. Real talk, I would love to get Joe Dumars and just talk to him about that process. And maybe officially he might open up about it once Carmelo officially retired and done, because Chauncey don't give a fuck. And I'm going to tell you something else I said on my other channel about Chauncey Billups. I'm going to tell you something else I heard back in the day. When Chauncey and Melo, when Chauncey got traded to Detroit, to Denver for Allen Iverson, as everybody in Detroit know, Chauncey Billups was getting credit, getting credit for helping the Nuggets get to the Western Conference Finals, right? He was getting credit. But there was some stories behind the scenes that said Carmelo Anthony was jealous, or he didn't like that Chauncey Billups was getting credit for taking the Denver Nuggets from a playoff team to a Western Conference contender into the Western Conference Finals. He was angry at Chauncey. He was resented Chauncey Billups, and he was hating that Chauncey was getting credit. Carmelo is just selfish. Carmelo is a selfish basketball player. I don't know him as a human being. Carmelo was never going to be able to fit. Carmelo was selfish. He never wanted to buy in. He wanted to be LeBron James. But you know what? He didn't have LeBron James type talent. He didn't rebound. He didn't assist. He didn't defend like a young LeBron James. He was never going to be LeBron. He wasn't going to come in Detroit and share time with Tayshaun and Rashid and Rip. They probably asked that interview, because I ain't doing that shit. I'm a star. That's beneath me. And at the end of the day, I'm not saying it was right to draft Darko, but he didn't want to buy in. He didn't want to be a team player. He didn't want to play his part. And that's sad, though. That's sad, because if he didn't want to play his part and be a serviceable vet and help another veteran that may think like he think, another young rook or young player think like he think, where I'm the best, everything revolves around me. I don't need to do the small shit, where he could just mentor another young player and say, you know what, I've been there. And I approached the game wrong. I should have been more of a team player. And play that mentorship role and come off the bench and play against other guys. Carmelo is the reason Melo not in the NBA. It's Chauncey Wright. He still think he got it. He still think he in this. And even when he did have it, Carmelo wasn't shit. Carmelo wasn't no winning player. It was never going to be LeBron, Wade. It's never going to be that. Carmelo is a selfish, ball-hogging ball player. Even humble in defeat of being out the NBA. Even humble in defeat. Carmelo Anthony still don't want to buy in. So my point is this in this video. If he ain't buying in, he on his second strike. Well, really, he didn't have 3 strikes, but he on his second strike. He ain't willing to buy in. He wasn't going to buy in as a rookie. He wasn't going to buy in as a second, third year, fourth year player with the Pistons. He cared more about stats than winning. Carmelo Anthony didn't care about winning. He didn't. He's cared, like Chauncey said, he cared too much about scoring 30 points than winning. And all that selfish shit he did over the years in Denver, all that dry hating he was doing on Chauncey Billups in Denver, he never got a league MVP. Nobody ever said in 2010 or 11 or 12, 13, wherever it is, Carmelo was the best player in the league. Nobody ever said Carmelo was top. Nobody ever, after all the selfish shit he did, nobody ever categorized Carmelo Anthony as the best player in the league. Nobody. Carmelo not going, he ain't no NBA Hall of Famer. He might be overall, if the Hall of Fame standards in the NBA was like the MLB or NFL, Melo wouldn't be no Hall of Famer. But Melo never wanted to buy into our system, our program. And eventually, he probably would have just left after 3 or 4 years, 4 or 5 years. We would have to trade him, but even though he would have left, it would have been a time where the keys to the car would have been his. And maybe the Pistons players like Chauncey and Rip, maybe they could have got through a younger Melo. I doubt it. It kind of showed him what it was to be about a team player. And eventually, the keys to the fucking Corvette would have been his. And he would have had, with the Pistons, he could have had at least 1 or 2 or 3 rings. But he never wanted to buy in. And now I understand, looking at hindsight, and it's easy looking at hindsight, I understand why Joe Dumars didn't draft Carmelo Anthony. I do. But hey, it's Motor City Sports Talk. Appreciate everybody for checking in. Don't forget, we on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You can reach out to the email. If you have a business question, inquiry, sponsorship, or video request, keep sharing the videos. One time for the one time. We gone.